The bed rug's so soft, you can even take a nap back here. Welcome to an actual owner review on this season of Truck Central. Behind me is my 2018 Chevrolet Silverado Z71. I've owned this truck since new. Purchased in late May of 2018. I'm the single owner. It's got almost 50,000 miles on it, so let's go talk about it. Before the review, if you're watching this video, it may be because you're looking to buy a new truck, or you're here just to check out awesome truck content in general. Either way, make sure you do us a favor here at Truck Central and smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to help this channel grow. Also, check out my personal channel, Mooch Life, for more Chevrolet shenanigans. Starting with the exterior of the truck, we are rocking the double cab variant of this LT trim level. It is not ideal for families. It's a smaller version of the back seat. GM's large back seat configuration is called the crew cab, but in lieu of that, you get a bigger truck bed. The standard box is what they call this. It's a 6'5" box versus what you would see on the crew cab. On most showroom floors, you would see the short box, which is a 5'8" box. So the double cab gives you 4 doors, back seat, you can haul the family around, but it is tight in there, and you'll see in the interior shots. You get another foot on the bed, so if you are more about hauling stuff, this bed might work better for you. If you're more about family, probably want to go with the crew cab. Around the back, we have the tailgate. It's a gate at the tail. Ta-da! New gen GM trucks offer the Decepticon transformer tailgate that flips down 6 times, all kind of fancy schmancy. Meanwhile, Ford offers the step stool retractor probe. You can step on up in there. Ram, they offer the box on the side on both sides, and you can just get in there and have extra storage. This truck has a tailgate. One piece. It's got the recessed notch in the bumper and the handle to jump up in there. It's simple, but it works. Now let's show you a little bit about the bed of the truck. I installed a Lund tonneau cover, as you can see here, along with a bed rug. Latch is just pulled down, flips up, and just rolls right on up to the back glass there. Pretty easy stuff. The bed rug's awesome because it protects my truck from all the dirt and grime that can get on your truck bed. When I got this truck from factory, it did not have a hard liner on it, so beneath the bed rug is paint, as you can see there. So it does a really nice job. My favorite feature of the bed rug is between the bed of the truck and the tailgate, there's no crease because the rug goes right across. So if you're doing a landscaping project and you dump a bunch of rock in the bed of your truck, when you go to scoop it out of your truck, everybody knows this, the rocks and pebbles, they all get down in there and you have to clean them out and they get stuck and it's a pain in the butt. So the bed rug really comes in handy. The bed rug's so soft, you can even take a nap back here. Another thing to note quickly, guys, if you're in the market for a new truck, the new generation GM trucks are the last of the big 3, Ram, Ford, and GM, to get rid of the square wheel wells. Some people, it might make or break, but you can notice here, all 4 wheel wells have a square appearance. I actually think it makes the truck look cooler, and GM has abandoned that and went to what everybody else is doing and have the round wheel wells. I do know in an aftermarket scenario, the round wheel wells, is going to help people be able to fit larger tires and wheels, because the square wheel wells is notorious for causing rubbing issues. Speaking of tires and wheels, we got the Grandpa Joe's. Those are the stock standard wheels you get there. They're 18 inches wrapped in Goodyear Wranglers, and these are the Fortitude HT. So they're not like mud terrains, obviously, but they came with the Z71 package. They are all but torn apart. 50,000 miles on the original tire, and there is barely any tread left. I am in the market for new tires and possibly new wheels. So let's go on up to the front of the truck now. We have a daytime running LED strip and HID projector beams for the headlights. We also have LED fog lamps down here. And between all three of them, the lighting on this truck is actually pretty darn good. Driving down the road in this truck, you'll notice, this is something I've noticed after 50,000 miles of driving, everybody thinks you have your high beams on when you don't. When you're driving, and actually you can see the road so good. My old truck was a 2011 Sierra. It was a crew cab, and it had standard halogen lights, and boy is this truck phenomenal with its lighting on the road. The bed of the truck has a payload of about 2,200 pounds, and it can tow around 11,000 pounds. For any light duty truck, this is more than sufficient. 90% of truck owners don't tow a lot of things with their truck, so for a light duty machine, this thing is actually pretty awesome. We're gonna go to a different location, do some interior shots, talk about that a little bit. So my wife is just gonna drive me around here, and let's do a little time lapse to our next location. Howdy. Now for the interior. I actually enjoy the interior in this generation GM truck more than the new generation. Mainly, it's because I think the gauge cluster and the center stack layout is simply better. But I'll let you be the judge, so check it out. Entering the truck, you are greeted with Z71 sill plates, a lot of door plastics, some cup holders, and your basic window, mirror, and door lock controls. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and has nice functionality with abundant controls for menus and radio controls hidden behind the wheel. The gauge cluster has a good looking waffle pattern in it with a clear reminder you have a Z71. This cluster is one of my favorite parts of the vehicle. The seats are wrapped in a nice thick black leather with black stitching and perforations. The center stack is typical and works very well with an 8-inch screen that runs Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The climate controls beneath are easy to use and features dual mode climate control. And don't forget about the heated seats. This truck has the entertainment package, which deletes the 6-passenger bench and replaces it with 2 bucket seats and a solid unit in the middle, adding extra storage capacity, extra USBs, and a 110 outlet, multiple cigarette lighters, and a cabinet that boasts a wireless phone charger lid. Inside there is a small shelf with even more accessory outlets. It's a pretty awesome trade-off for a 6th human in the vehicle. The back seat, it's boring. One 12-volt outlet, the seats flip up, but it's crammed. It works, but if a comfy back seat is what you want, you better go with a crew cab. Now, let's talk powertrain. The 5.3-liter Ecotec engine puts out a respectable 355 horsepower and 383 foot-pounds of torque. For 90% of light-duty truck owners, this is plenty of power. The exhaust mated to this 5.3-liter Ecotec is subtle, and for my taste, it's just a little bit too conservative. sounds okay, but I always joke, it sounds more like a V6 in my opinion. Aftermarket. So driving around on this terrain here, a little bit of a field, get some speed, we go around some bumps and stuff. This is where the Z71 package shines. My old truck was a 2011 Sierra. It was an SLE trim level, but it did not have the Z71 package. If you're buying a GM truck and you want it to be a road runner, you're actually probably better off not getting the Z71 package because of the monotube Rancho shocks that are included with this package. What happens is when you go over bumps and rocks and terrain, it holds the chassis stiff so that you don't go swaying around like a boat. And that's what's important about it. So if you're gonna be doing work stuff with your truck, going off-roading with your truck and enjoying your truck in the woods, like I'm doing right now in this little field, then you can tell it makes a difference. I already know because I've driven my old truck back here as well, and you're like flopping around all over the place. This keeps you planted in the cab. So that's the difference with the Z71. It also has a skid plate underneath it. That's pretty cool. It protects your components. So now we're gonna go and articulate a sideways grade with the truck, and we're gonna go over another cool feature in the dash cluster here, which is an off-road menu for the Z71, which is simply just called the off-road menu. Right now you can tell that I am in two-wheel drive. The rear wheels are lit up green. If you switch to four-wheel drive, now you'll see that everything is lit up green, all four wheels. And I am already at a 10-degree tilt to the left, as you can see by the right picture of the truck. The left one says I have a front end rake, if you will, down 2 degrees. And then the middle dial that's at 0 degrees is my steering wheel. So as I turn, you can actually see the angulation rise. It goes all the way up to 41 degrees, and you can actually see the front tires turn to match. 16's feeling pretty steep here, guys, but it's fun. We're having a good time. And then as we go up the hill, we'll see our rate turn positive, and we're already at 5 degrees, 6 degrees. And that's a cool little example of the off-road menu, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. At 16 degrees tilt, I kind of felt like I was gonna flip onto the driver's side of the truck. Check out Mooch Light, that's my personal YouTube channel. I'm gonna be doing a truck video to coincide with this one. You're gonna wanna check that one out as well. If you have any questions, I'm gonna be active on the comments section, so anything you wanna know about my truck, what I've done to it, what I think about it, any detailed questions, something I didn't cover in the video, feel free to ask. I'm gonna help you guys out if you're on the cusp, ready to buy a GM product. So that about does it here for this actual owner review of my 2018 Chevrolet Silverado Z71. Subscribe to Truck Central, guys. They're making awesome truck content. This season's gonna be phenomenal, and we can't thank you enough.